Audre Lorde. Okay, Audre Lorde was named Audrey Geraldine Lorde, and she was born February 18, 1934, New York City, New York, and she died November 17, 1992, at age 58 in Virginia Islands. And so I'm going to read an excerpt. Audre Lorde was an African American writer and feminist, womanist, lesbian, and civil rights activist. As a poet, she is best known for technical mastery and emotional expression, particularly in her poems expressing anger and outrage at civil and social injustices she observed throughout her life. Her poems and prose largely dealt with issues related to civil rights, feminism, and the exploration of black female identity. In relation to non-intersectional feminism in the U.S., Lorde famously said, "Those of us who stand outside the circle of this society's definition of acceptable woman, those of us who have been forged in the crucibles of difference, those of us who are poor, whom are lesbian, whom are black, or whom are older, know that survival is not an academic skill. It is learning how to take our differences and make them strengths. For the master's tools were never dismantled the master's house. They may allow us temporarily to beat him at his own game, but they will never enable us to bring about genuine change. And this fact is only threatening to the women who still define the master's house as their only source of support." So she was very instrumental in her days of activism and fighting for women's rights, fighting for black rights, fighting for liberal rights, fighting for African Americans, fighting for black lesbian people of color. And the reason why I posted her first is because she's black, she's a woman, and she's a lesbian, and I feel like there's a lot of dissension in the black community towards black people in the LGBTQ community. And there's a lot of lying, there's a lot of stereotypes, there's a lot of hate within our own peers of the black community. And you'll hear people say, "Oh, gay, lesbian, that started with the whites, or it's the gay agenda." Well, there's a black agenda, and there are these people that call themselves pro-black, and they do post a lot of pertinent information. I'm not going to throw all of it out to say, oh, it's not important in the black community, which it has a reverberation where it is important when they're talking about lead poisoning in low-income neighborhoods, people living in dilapidated housing, being marginalized, poor people, black people who are poor, black people who've been treated bad. All that is true. But also there is a black community who is lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer. So I feel like they, at the end of the day, that the group that I'm referring to, they're still black people. There are brothers and sisters as well. And to have this division within our own ranks is just sad, because when you say in one mouth, you say, oh, we are promoting pro-black, pro-quote black, pro-black, pro-unity, all these people with these mindsets of Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, whatever these leaders, we have this thing where we want to have leaders, but we're out of that era now. And we're coming into a new time where you see that other people who have also been marginalized within their own group are speaking out for their rights. And people have a problem with change. People have a problem with it. And it's because they themselves, either it's a couple of things, they feel that, oh, well, our voices have never been heard, which they have been heard. You know, we've heard the whole thing about, you know, blacks being mistreated, slavery, on down the list, and things that are still happening, black people being killed, slaughtered. But also we do have a black community who is involved in gay rights and gay rights movement as well. So they still are black people, and they're actually either doubly or triply discriminated because of the fact that then, like, for example, here we have Wanda Sykes. We have a whole host of other famous people who are in the black community, who are also in the LGBTQ community as well, but it's black people. They're still black. Anywhere from musical talents to talk radio, talk show, rapping, basketball, Brittany Griner, Laverne Cox, and these people have spoken out. You know, there's a few of them that have spoken out or have come forward and admitted their sexuality, and that they're still black, and that they're proud to be whom they are, and they don't hide it. And I don't see anything wrong with that. I feel like I commend these people for being honest, especially around hateful people, and the way things have been going. You know, think about it. This is like double, triple hate. You know, you have a black man, he's being gunned down by the police, but don't let him be gay. Oh my God, he's gay too. So now he's not only going to get discriminated from white people who hate blacks, but he's getting discriminated by black people who hate gays and who hate gay black people. So what, I mean, that does, to me, is just as bad. And then you have black women who are bashed on social media, and they're discriminated. Oh, because she's black. Oh, because she's single. Oh, because she's independent, educated. But oh, don't let her be a lesbian. Now she's triply discriminated. Black, a woman, black, and a lesbian. So it's like, I think it's really unfair to put these people down. Now, we may not agree with their political decisions and certain philosophies or whatever. That's true, okay? But at the end of the day, these people, it doesn't take away from the fact that they're still black people in the African American community. And we cannot take that away from them and say, oh, we can pick and choose who's a part of this movement. You know, if that's a movement, then that's not going to go very far. It's not going to work. I have yet to see any of these pro-black, what you call pro-quote black people building communities. I have not seen it yet. I have not seen them. They got all these fabulous ideas and all these things that they trying to rally everybody together to go against white supremacy and all this stuff. And they have all this philosophy. They want you to donate money to them and their causes, but you never see that money going into those black communities, into those black schools, and to black people who really need it. You know, you never really see them doing. It's really going in their pockets. They're going on elaborate trips, buying new cars with it, going to nice fancy restaurants, and then they get right back on the mic. Anybody can go to Staples, Office Depot, and some of these places and set up shop in a studio or in their room somewhere and post things about how much they hate certain social groups. And see, and I think that's what's going on. And then they get money to fund them, a GoFundMe page. Some of them will write books. They want you to buy their books so they can get money. And you know, you thinking the proceeds is supposed to go to good causes. It's just like next week we're supposed to be voting. I don't know if it's Hillary or Donald that's going to be our new president, but you know, there are certain measures that we're voting on, and you don't know if the money, they claim the money's supposed to go to the schools, the veterans, and a lot of times people will say, oh, the money's going to go here, it's going to go there, but you wait to see if that money's going to really go where they say it's going to go. And oftentimes you find the money doesn't always go where they say it's going to go. You know, like when there's a tragedy in a war-torn country like Haiti, what happened in Haiti, you know, you wait, they'll crazy people will get on here, oh, this money is going to Hades, a GoFundMe page, we're going to promote black unity, this money is going for Hades, and then that money, it goes, but it never goes to Haiti. It's going in somebody's pocket, and it's for their own self hate and gratification, and they post all this stuff, and you believe that. And I think people need to be smart about these people that are black on these social websites saying that they're gonna build up communities, because you don't never see them doing it. They are building up their pockets. That's what they doing. They're lying. They're not real.